Each week I get the free game from the Epic Game Store. I have over 400 titles, and until the start of the series, I played less than half. A dozen. I've stopped calling myself a gamer and started calling myself a collector. Now I may never get through my back catalogue, but I can't stop it getting worse. Join me as each week I play through the latest giveaways, and maybe we find some gems along the way.
If looks could kill, she'd tear your heart to pieces and eat it. No reason, got venom in her lipstick, sadistic, I'm dead. If looks could kill, I'd be buried like 10 feet. Come get me, I'll dress it for a funeral. As usual, I'm dead. If looks could kill,
This week's first game is the Ouroboros King. The Ouroboros King is a rogue chess-like where players must free the kingdom of Thessalonia from the Coven. This game combines the strategic depth of chess with the build variety and replayability of roguelikes. You start the game with familiar chess pieces and a familiar goal: a rook, a bishop, a knight, and of course a king with which to kill your opponent's king. The less moves you are able to do this in, the more gold you are rewarded with for the efforts. You are also given a number of relics: a rewind charm to retake a few choice decisions, a warning bell to warn you when your king is in danger, a guardian angel that automatically rewinds a turn if you ignore that bell, and the finisher, which will kill the enemy king once he becomes the only remaining troop. These are just a few of the available relics in this game. The rest can be found during map events. The gameplay itself consists of completing battles to unlock rewards. These include selecting additional troops, selecting additional relics, upgrading select troops, or purchasing items from the shop. The first of the coven is Idea, the Witch Queen. Idea moves like a rook, bishop, or knight. The second of the coven is Tabitha the Deceptive. Tabitha moves like any of your own troops. The last of the coven is Andromeda of the Stars. Andromeda moves one square cardinally, and then any number of squares diagonally, or one square diagonally, then any number of squares cardinally. And if any of this sounds like a migraine, simply hover the mouse over any piece to highlight its moves. After defeating all three individually, you are immediately put into battle against the entire coven, along with a Manticore and a Reaper. The AI appears to prioritize the Queen's safety over that of the King, making this fight a lot easier than it would first appear.
Honestly, that went better than I expected.
After defeating the Coven as a whole, you are given the opportunity of Endless Mode, or to end the run and return to the main menu. From this point, you can increase the difficulty of subsequent runs to increase the score by turning off starting relics, reducing starting gold, reducing starting number of undos, increasing price, increasing number of units, and increasing number of enemy relics. For me, the Ouroboros King was enjoyable and frustrating at the same time. It's great if you love chess with roguelike chaos, but for anyone like me that still can't fully grasp the movements of the horsey, maybe steer clear of the version of chess with 57 unique pieces. I give this game a 6 out of 7. The other game this week was Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks. As the name suggests, this is combat racing in the Warhammer 40K universe. Imagine Mad Max on an acid trip, in space, with orcs, driving anything that has wheels, and some things that don't. Speed Freaks has 4 different vehicles to start with an additional 7 more unlocked with challenges. These include tanks, bikes, speeders, choppers, and armoured vans. You choose between 2 different game modes, Death Rally or Kill Convoy. The objective of Death Rally is a checkpoint race for points, with combat thrown in there for good measure. Start by racing to a capture point. First racer there receives a bonus. Then run a circuit around that capture point. The better you finish, the more points you score. Repeat with another few capture points, then a race to the finish line. Or if you can't be bothered with all of that, you can just murder your way through the match. Each kill also rewarding points.
Crumped and good, boys.
The other mode, Kill Convoy, has you escorting an armoured Iron Maiden until it reaches the finish line. Bombs will randomly appear in various spots on the map. First racer to the bomb picks it up and can throw it to a teammate or drive it straight into the enemy stomper to sabotage and slow it down. Killing enemy players will slightly speed up your own team's stomper. Finally, the other aspect I found interesting about this game, Map Editor. It never ceases to amaze me the creativity some people possess. I played around on several of the most liked maps from the custom level maker, such as a giant pinball machine, Mario Kart's Rainbow Road, and of course, Dust 2. All in all, Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks is an action-packed dystopian playground, but with only 2 online game modes and no campaign, it lacks a lot of variety. I give this game a 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. This helps me out by helping the algorithm find its people. And if you played either of these titles yourself, please drop a comment and let me know your thoughts.